Hello, good day everyone. So welcome to another video lesson wherein we are going to tackle about the probability. Okay, so our subtopic for this day is counting number of occurrences of outcome. So this is just for day 1 or part 1. Okay, so our lesson objectives are the following. So 1, we have to determine the different ways on how to count the number of occurrences of an outcome in an experiment. 2. Illustrate each ways of how to count the number of occurrences of an outcome in an experiment. Then 3. Find the number of occurrences of outcome in an experiment. Okay? So let's have the first objective. Let's focus first on this. Okay? So we are going to determine the different ways on how to count the number of occurrences. Okay? So I have here the question. How many pairs of couple can we make in the situation as shown at the picture? So we have here the picture. Okay? So how many pairs of couples can you make? What do you think? Okay, so good guess. So we have here 5 pairs. Okay? How about if you have another guy here? How many pairs? Yes. Okay, so you have here 10 pairs. Okay. Next question. If you will attend a party, how many choices are possible? Using this clothes. So 2 polos, 2 shorts, and 2 pants. Can you guess? Yes, we have 8. Okay. So how did we obtain the answers on the previous slides? Okay? So there are many ways on how we can determine the number of possible pairs of clothes. Okay? So we have here the 4 methods. We have tree diagram, table form, systematic listing, and fundamental principle of counting. So let's have these ways one by one. Okay? By illustrating these different ways for us to count the number of occurrences of an outcome in an experiment. Okay? So let's have first the tree diagram. So it consists of branches of events that are linked to one another used in describing the sample space. Okay? So on the question earlier, how many pairs of clothes that you are going to have for you to attend a party. So we are given 2 polo shirts. Okay, so 2 polo shirts. And then we have 2 shorts and 2 pants. So for the white polo, so we have this combination. And for the colored polo, so we have here these combinations. Okay? And if we are going to count, okay, the number of occurrences of the outcome, so we have here 8 possible pairs. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 1, 2, 3, 4 on the other polo. So 4 plus 4 is 8. Okay? Another way is by using the table form. Okay? So when we say table form, it is a technique that uses a table, of course, in which the column header and the row classifiers are the outcomes of the events. The box aligned with the column and row classifier determines an outcome of the experiment. So in this row, also in this box, we are going to have the combinations of the pairs of attires that you can have, okay, for you to attend the party. And if we are going to count, so you can have, yes, still 8 possible pairs. Okay, so that is the second method. The next method in finding the number of occurrences is by systematic listing, wherein it is a technique that enumerates all the possible outcomes in a specific order, starting from the first outcome of an event associated to all the first outcomes of the succeeding events, then end up with the last outcome of the event to the last outcomes of the succeeding events. Okay, so what does it mean? So we have here to list all the possible outcomes. So white polo with blue shorts, white polo with brown shorts, white polo with gray pants, and white polo with blue-green pants. Okay? And then on the other polo, of course. So we have here 4 choices, of course. And then we have 8 possible pairs obtained. Okay? Or we can also use the last method, the fundamental principle of counting, or FPC. Okay? So, to ensure that a sample space contains all the possible outcomes, another technique can be applied in an experiment. This is called the fundamental principle of counting. Fundamental principle of counting is used to determine the total number of outcomes without enumerating them. So, simply by multiplying. Okay? So, we have here 2 polo shirts times 4 shorts and pants. Okay? And the answer here is 8. Okay? Or you may also have 2 times 2 times 2, because 2 polo shirts times 2 shorts times 2 pants. Okay? So still you have 8 possible pairs. Okay? Question? Okay. So let's have another example. Mr. Jayon is planning to buy a new car. There are 2 available body styles, the sedan or hatchback, and 5 colors, blue, black, gray, red, and pink. How many different choices of body styles and color can he choose? Okay, so let's have the 4 methods. So let us have first the tree diagram. So using the first body style with 5 colors, so we have here. And then the second style we have here. Okay, the 5 colors. And if you are going to count the number of possible choices, so we have, okay, correct, 10 possible choices. If you are going to use the table form, so we have here the sedan style or the body style, and on the columns we have the different colors. So we have blue sedan and blue hatchback. We have the black sedan and the black hatchback. Okay, so black is represented by K because we already have here B. And then gray for G, we have gray sedan and gray hatchback, red sedan and red hatchback, pink sedan and pink hatchback. Okay, so counting them, so we have 10 possible choices. Next, if we are going to have the systematic listing, so we can have this one. So just like what we have done on the table form, so we have here the possible outcome. BS, BH, KS, KH, GS, GH, RS, RH, PS, and PH. Okay? So still we have 10 possible choices. And if we are going to have the fundamental principle of counting, so we have the body styles times the colors is equal to the number of possible choices. So we have 2 body styles times 5 colors is equal to 10 choices. Okay, so question? Okay, so we have already determined the methods on how you are going to find the number of occurrences. We have illustrated them by using some illustrations and making some table and listing and fundamental principle of counting. And then we of course find the number of choices that we have on the examples. Okay, so let's try this. You are going to have breakfast with your best friend at a cafe. The menu are as follows. Okay, so we have here the menu. So drinks and then the main course. What are the possible breakfast meals consisting of drinks and main course that you and your best friend can eat? Okay, so let's have the 4 methods. So let's have first the tree diagram. So we have here, okay, so I already flashed the answer. So using tree diagram, so we have the coffee, the first drink, then the possible courses or the given courses. So we have the pancake, sandwich, and cereal. Then on the second drink, we have the hot chocolate, the pancake, sandwich, cereal. Okay? And then we have the third drink, we have milk. So we form pancake, sandwich, and cereal. And for you to count them, so we have 9 combinations. Okay? Next, if we are going to use the table form, so we have here P for pancake and C for coffee, H for hot choco, M for milk. Then sandwich for S, and then G for cereal. Because I already have C for coffee. So that's why I used G for cereal. And then the second result will be SC, SH, A. So we have SM. Then GC, GH, and GM. So still we have, okay, sorry. So this is 9. Okay. So we have here 9 combinations. Sorry, I do not edit that earlier. And then for systematic listing, so we have PC, PH, PM, SH or SC rather, then SH, SM, GC, GH, and GM. So still, again, you have 9 combinations. Okay. Next, by using the fundamental principle of counting, so drinks times the main course is equal to the combination. So we have 3 drinks times 3 main course, and then 3 times 3 is 9 combinations. Okay, so let me put S here. Okay, so 9 combinations. Okay, so let's have another example. You are about to attend a party which requires to wear formal attire. You have 3 dresses, 2 shoes, and 2 bags in your closet. In how many different ways can you dress? So again, 3 dresses, 2 shoes, and 2 bags. Okay. So how are we going to find for the number of combinations that you can have? Okay. For the green dress and the shoes, and then for the white bag and black bag that you have. And we are going to count later how many possible choices of attire that you can have. Okay, so can you guess? Okay, so there are 12 combinations. Okay, that's correct. Okay, so using the table form, so we can have here, okay, then for the white bag we have, and then for you to count the number of combinations, so you have 12. Okay, next, for systematic listing, so we have here the choices or the combination. So still you have 12. Okay, question? Okay. Yes, if you are going to have systematic listing, you just have to use the letters. So just assign the letters for your choices. Okay? And for fundamental principle of counting or the FPC, you can have here 3 dresses times 2 shoes times 2 bags is equal to 12 combinations. Okay, so let me put S again here. Okay, sorry. So we have here 12 combinations. So any question? Okay, so let's have the third objective. Find the number of occurrences of outcome in an experiment. Actually, we already have on the second objective. So let's have more examples here. So use the different methods to find the number of occurrences of outcome in the following problem. So you are going to do this on your notebook, or simply if you have your paper, so you can just do this. So you are going to have this problem. Carla is a junior student of Governor Ferrer Memorial National High School, Maine. Okay, so let me erase A here, sorry. There are 2 routes from their house at Bakawan to the plaza, and 3 routes from plaza area to their school. How many ways can Carla go from her house to the school? Okay, so this is her house, then way 1, way 2 to plaza, and then we have way 1, way 2, and way 3 from the plaza to the school. Okay? So, how many ways can you have? Okay? Then for number 2, a restaurant offers 3 sizes of pizza, 2 types of crust, and 4 toppings. So, how many possible combinations of pizza are there? So, the sizes are small, medium, and large. The crust available are the cheese stuffed and the thin. And the toppings available are the beef, bacon, pepperoni, and sausage. Okay? So, how many possible combinations of pizza are there? Okay? So, you have to remember that there are 4 ways on how we can get the total number of outcomes of an event. So, the first one is using the tree diagram, using the table form, systematic listing or listing method, and the fundamental principle of counting. So, these are the 4 ways on how you are going to answer the 2 problems that I have given earlier. Okay? So, that's all about counting number of occurrences of outcome part 1. Okay? So, thank you and God bless.